This meeting is being recorded.
Okay. I'd like to call this November meeting of the Brew Robotics Club to order, November 20, 7 p.m. And let's see, we have a very exciting lineup this evening. David Schulhof, CEO of Tobolife. He's got the go-to quadruped dog there and distributors for Unitree Robots. It's going to do the presentation, and we've got some elections to get through here. But to begin with, let's start off with industry news. Is there any industry news anybody'd like to report out there?
I don't think so. Over here.
Yeah, before we do that, Thomas, can you enable screen sharing for David's screen?
Full screen sharing? Yeah, hold on.
I'm sorry, I just did it.
You did it? Good. Make my job easier.
Okay. You got it? Yeah. That's good. Okay. All right. Great. So let's go back to camp and do our introductory stuff, and then can't wait to see this presentation. Back to camp.
Yeah, take off the screen share. There we go. Is there industry news out there somebody wants to talk about?
I put in a chat. I put in a chat the Humanoid Summit, December 11th and 12th. And it also falls into the category of something I need help with because my humanoids have been invited to be at the table over there. But there needs to be someone at the table at all times. So if someone could help out showing up between the hours of 9 to 5, I would really appreciate that.
Where and when?
Mountain View. At the Computer History Museum, December 11th and 12th. And so, and I have, 2 free tickets are available, especially if you mind giving me a break every once in a while. And then you can attend all the conferences and talks and meet all these awesome humanoids in
This is
real
actually
life.
this is a humanoid conference.
Summit. Yes.
So, okay. Very exciting.
Yeah. So I hope at least 2 people would take me up on that offer of free tickets.
Put your I don't know, however you want to do it. You can put your email in the chat or send to the mailing list. You're going to get 2 takers on it for sure. You should be picky.
Okay.
You should be picky who you choose to go with you.
I would like that option of being picky.
There you
So
go.
make my day.
Okay, Edie, we have 2 volunteers right here in the room.
There you go.
Great.
There you go. All right.
Me and Kyung.
Okay.
Say no more. There you go. All right. All right. See how productive we are here? Let's see. Any other industry news out there? We're talking about industry news. I found this little piece here I thought was interesting. Is not that one. Not that one. Well, this one.
I don't know where the setting there.
They sold out of the Optimus action figure at $40. They sold out within 24 hours, and they're going on eBay now for like $1,300. It's just a little toy action figure. I'll put the link in the chat. What other industry news out there? Anything? Let's see. Yeah, I gave it away a second ago. We don't get political here in the Homebrew Club, but the Boston dog Spot's been seen out guarding Mar-a-Lago. There's a video here. And that's what Toborlife's working on also with the Unitree robot, developing a security program. Robot monitors the land, sees anything out of spec, and reports to security. You've got the quadruped for the terrain and also climbing stairs. I'll put this link in the chat.
Do they have laser beams on their head?
No weapons.
Oh,
All right.
If you count
So-
LiDAR, maybe.
Yeah, well, okay, there's a LiDAR up there. I take that back. That's actually a fancy LiDAR. That Spot, I think, is $70,000 robot, and the electronics on there are not cheap, and the AI, I would assume, is state of the art. So just recently, David, who's doing the presentation this evening, and I went to a Gen AI conference, and we were showing the robot there. I posted this to the mailing list, so you've probably already seen it. That's an Optimus, but it wasn't functioning. That's the off button there, I assume. There's your quadruped. But this was awesome because we were here at this AI conference that was really all software, and we had this quadruped humanoid show going on, and it was funny. But there's Ted Larson, speak of the devil. Victor, I worked with him at Nito. There's David with this is Greg before he broke his ankle. But everybody would come up and ask, what's your use case? And, we'd have to turn it around and say, well, it comes with a software development kit. What's your use case? So, it's like the AI folks, they're still dealing in like, oh, that's a cute dog. They're still dealing in like, yeah, Greg, like I say, broke his ankle. He wasn't doing too good there. Yeah, here's he's such a show off. But they like I say, all of the AI stuff, it was all academic and virtual and text, but here we actually had the physical item that you can embody with AI, and it was pretty exciting.
Oh, that's a nice one. Is this Unitree?
Yes.
Controller?
That's a Unitree go-to
Right, so
quadruped.
I mean, the policy is good in the controller. I don't think that's.
What's it looking for? Worms?
It is. Really? Okay.
This was the barbecue after the Gen AI conference.
That controller has this. Is that go-to? Right. Okay.
Yeah, so that was the Gen AI conference a couple of weeks ago. What else? Any other industry news out there before we get into club news? All right, let's move into club news now. I guess the first thing is this election. Okay, everybody's been campaigning very hard, trying to earn your trust and so forth, so that you would vote for them. Hey, first off, I'd like to say big thanks to Ralph Hips for being Sergeant at Arms this past two years, I believe. It's like we got spoiled at Google. I mean, you go in and the AV just be set up, and to actually have to go in and set up the AV, I experienced it last month, and it's something. Okay, so I really appreciate you, Dan, Michael, Kwong, moving forward, everybody's efforts to have the physical meeting. I think it's important to have a physical meeting. Zoom's great. You can do 80% of it through Zoom, but it's good to meet physically. You have the side conversations, look, touch, smell, check out all the robots physically. It's a physical medium after all. So let's go ahead and get this election done. Okay. I think we can. Dan. Hello, Dan.
Yeah.
You out there? Let me share my screen real quick here. And can you spotlight Dan there? Actually, I'm sharing my screen. You may not be able to. Oh, spotlight Dan anyway. See what it says.
Sure. What am I doing, Cap?
Just sitting there. You're looking real official. God damn, man, you look official. If anybody looks damn official, it's you. Okay. And so you can see the.
I got a clipboard, man.
There you go. So you can see the ballot here. Okay. And so what we're voting on is president, secretary and treasurer, program chair, sergeant at arms, and webmaster. And for the president, we have myself, Camp Peavy. For treasurer, we have Dan Tuchler.
Not going to help you, Camp. Not going to help you.
For program chair, we have Stephen Williams. For sergeant at arms, Kyung Cho. And webmaster, Al Margales. And you have to be a member to vote on this, okay? We're going to do a voice vote, right?
Yeah, let me just say a few words about this, not about me. I said I would make a speech, but this is kind of important. As a club, we have a charter, we have bylaws. You can find them on the website. We collect dues, so we have bank accounts. And so we have rules for how we organize our business and how we make decisions. And these 5 positions are the board of directors that does the behind the scenes organization, paying for our Zoom membership, paying for whatever else comes up like the Botnik. That's what it's all about, besides the 5 obvious tasks that each person has to do. That's it. That's the end of my non-speech.
Thank you very much, Dan. All right.
Tuckler.
Thank you very much for that.
I'll remember that for 3 minutes.
No, you watch. We're gonna enter these in as a group, and only members can vote. That is paid in full, basically, and members in good standing, I think, is the language. And all in favor of this slate of candidates, say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Aye.
Those opposed say nay. All right, ayes have it. We have our officers for 2025. Thank you very much.
That was exciting.
Very excited. I was on pins and needles. All right, so moving forward, we don't have a meeting in December, but we have for the past 20 years had our sometimes annual holiday junk exchange. We always called it a sometimes annual because we didn't want to have any pressure to have this meeting in December. Although it's funny to say, I think in 22 odd years, the only years we missed were 2020 and 2021, the 2 years that didn't count. So anyways, we'll have to get together on that. That should be like last Wednesday in December. I assume we'll do Maker Nexus. Is Stephen Williams there?
No.
Stephen Williams on site? Okay, he's MIA. Anyways, so I'll work with Stephen on that. We'll try to get something together for the sometimes annual holiday junk exchange. Stay tuned to the mailing list. Everybody knows where the mailing list is, right? Join our mailing list. This is our mailing list. It's a Google group. I'll put it in the chat, even though, there we go. Boom. All right. Any more? Okay. Interesting discussions about Easy Ross and mapping with ultrasonics on the mailing list. I put the link to the mailing list in there, and imagery. So stuff going on there. We've got special interest groups, including Ross, and you're the visual intelligence group now, right, Thomas?
We are visual, verbal, V squared intelligence group.
Okay.
Oh, dear God.
It just keeps getting more and
Yeah.
more complicated.
I like it. Okay, that's cool. That's on Thursdays. The Ross discussion.
Thursday, tomorrow.
The Ross discussion group is on Tuesdays. I haven't heard anything about Robo Games 2025. I don't think that. I don't think that bodes well for Robo Games 2025. It's always been a labor of love, but we'll stay tuned. Anyways,
Where are we at? November. Yeah, Dave usually gets about 2 months before the
well, no, he'd have said something by now. At this point, he said something because people have to make plans.
Yeah, I know.
So regardless, we'll stay tuned. Is there any other club news we need to discuss this evening? Okay. So what I need help with, actually, I'll combine that with a demo. I've got the Smarty 2 out here. And I'm going to do.
But for club news, because it's the end of the year, when are the dues due for next year?
I'm going to be putting out notice on the message board, so keep your eyes open for that. We're going to start just in the next couple of days collecting dues.
Hey, we can't hear you very well.
Let me get closer. Right, so look on the mailing list for this. I'll be announcing it. We're going to collect dues for 2025 starting in a couple of days. I just have to set some things up first, and then I'll send a message out. And we're going to have badges in 2025, and we're also going to have badges for 2024 for those people that paid. So I'll be catching up on that. All right, Chris?
Thank you.
You're too good, Dan Tuckler.
Whoa! Oh, man.
Anyways, what I need help with, I'm going to attempt a phase 1 floorbot challenge here. And, oh shit, I messed up. Anyways, what I'm having trouble with, and the guys in the Ross group know, is that the robot sunk below. The problem is that the map's not included in the URDF, the Universal Robot Description Format. And so with the help of Mike Wimble, we're trying to get it in there. I tried to work. I worked on it today. I didn't get it going, but I've learned more about URDS. This is the navigation here. And as long as it's passing a new path, it's all good. Now, I said I was going to do a floorbot challenge, phase 1, which is to go from one end of the room to the other and back. I've actually gone to one end of the room, and I meant to do it with a waypoint, but I didn't get the waypoint. I just clicked the goal. So I'm going to go back to where I was and call that a floorbot challenge phase 1, going from one end of the room to the other, although I did have an action in the middle. And what I need help with and what we're working on is trying to get it at floor level. It has to do with the transforms. And I don't have a map. I don't have an ODOM transform in my URDF. That's why the robot's not on the map. But as you can see, it can successfully go from one end of the room to the other and back. And that's Floorbot Challenge phase 1, kind of. What other I need help with? Dee Dee, you got your help fulfilled there, right? That was good. All right, moving into show and tell. What do we got for show and tell this evening? Anything at Maker Nexus? All right. Maker Nexus is easier now to bring robots for show and tell. So I expect to see some show and tell robots there. Anybody online have a robot for show and tell this evening?
I could show a partially assembled robot that I'm working on, I guess.
Give us 5 minutes.
I gotta go get it from the garage. Why
Okay,
don't you just show something?
Does anybody else have a 5-minute demo before that? If not, I think we're going to move on to the presentation. You'll have to do your show and tell after the meeting, perhaps, right?
Oh,
All right. Moving ahead, let's move on with the presentation. Without any further ado, I'd like to introduce David Schulhof, let me get it right, Schulhof, CEO of Tobolife, master distributor for Unitree Robots and developing autonomous control systems for robots. David, take it away.
Okay, great. Thanks, Cam. Feel like it's been a long time already.
So you will be,
The
cameras here,
Okay,
you'll see yourself here.
I do.
And then we've got an audience online and in the room,
okay, great.
and you have to speak up a little bit because of that.
Okay, I want to start with a video. Can you cue that, Esther, over there?
See your name, right? I'm not sure session is logged in as you.
No. We'll try this.
All right, good. Thomas, do you have that screen highlighted?
I have his screen light, the main screen light highlighted. Let me see. You want something else highlighted?
When you share a screen, it should take over. There, the share
There we go.
screen's on.
Okay,
Yeah. There you
and we're
go.
gonna play the video to start off. Can enlarge it maybe. I don't know if it's bigger enough. But these are some of the
Guys, when you share screen, you gotta hit the buttons for share video, audio and video.
Okay, we're just doing this for the first time, so we'll.
Yeah, do a new
Okay.
share. Click on the new share button.
So,
Welcome
we
to
were recently
Toborlife,
at.
where we put AI to work in the real world. At Toborlife, we are revolutionizing how people interact with AI-powered robots, making them accessible, functional, and ready to work in the real world. We're proud to be a leading developer of autonomous robot control systems and the master distributor of Unitree's groundbreaking robots across North America. Meet HomeDog, a companion and security robot. Designed for security and patrol, it tirelessly keeps your home or business safe. And with an open system, you're in control, customizing it to fit your unique needs and ideas. The G1 humanoid is just as adaptable. Whether it's enhancing security, elevating the guest experience in hospitality, or driving cutting-edge research, the G1 is ready to rise to the challenge. And like the HomeDog, it offers the flexibility to create your own unique solutions. But that's not all. Tobolife offers a wide range of robot variants ready for sale, each designed to meet diverse needs across industries and homes alike. At Toborlife, we believe robotics can enhance every aspect of life, helping you imagine new possibilities and achieve them with ease. Don't wait for the future of AI. Let's put AI to work in the real world now. Learn more by visiting toborlife.ai or purchase a robot to develop today.
Okay, so, thank you. So that's a recent video we just came out with actually today for Tobolife. One of the things that we're tasked with is creating a media presence for Tobolife. So we have us on. You can see us on.
Need to hand him a microphone.
Yeah, we can't hear it online.
Good thing we have good tech support. Probably like the most redundant tech support anywhere.
Yeah,
Okay. All right, so can you hear me now?
We
Yeah.
can hear you
Much
now,
better.
yes.
Okay, all right. First time I'm too tall for anything, but okay. And thanks for having me here. Appreciate the invitation, Camp, to be here and address you guys on what we're doing at Toborlife. As the video in Camp mentioned, we're a master distributor for Unitree Robots in the United States and North America. We also, what's that?
Yeah, David, you're going to need to stay in close with this microphone. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Or give him a hand mic or something. Jeez.
So we're a master distributor for Unitree in North America. We're also an autonomous software developer for robot control systems. So we're actively developing software that's going to be able to allow the robot to be more autonomous. Okay. Can you guys hear me online?
Yes.
Yeah, we hear you.
Okay, good. So company was founded earlier this year, so we're less than a year old. You can find our presence on TikTok, where we have over 5,000 followers already, and you can find it. And then also on YouTube and on various other social media. So yeah, we can go through some of the slides.
And David, you will need to stay close to this microphone. I'm sorry.
Okay. All right. It's hard because I like to move around, like I'm kind of like, but keep reminding me, okay? It's not easy for me. So this is a presentation that I do for folks that don't know about robots. So obviously I'm not in the right place for this presentation, but I'll go through some of the highlights because it's some good talking points. So you know what happened 100 years ago or so. We don't see horses around the streets everywhere anymore.
Sorry, David. Step closer to the microphone.
Can I hold something? How about like this?
It's every time you move to your left.
Yeah, there's a zone there where you're fine, but when you step out of it, your audio goes away.
Okay.
If you're in frame, you sound good. As soon as you get out of frame, you're
okay. So yeah, no, I gotta stand. So anyway, so we don't see horses around anymore. We're the new horses, of course, and as you probably have been aware longer than I have.
You gotta stop. And Ukraine's got to give up the land Russia has by now taken. In other words, it's over.
Okay.
Says, all right, you get all that land.
Whoever's watching TV, can you guys mute them? Whoever's.
Huh.
There we go. Okay.
Did you get that? Did you get that, Thomas?
Okay, now the speaker is muted. We can't hear him.
Kyung, you're muted. David, Kyung's muted.
Okay, I see that. Okay.
And now we hear you.
All right. So what you're looking at on the screen is just kind of what we're building at Toborlife. We're building.
Get in frame.
We're building. Hello. We're building. This is very hard. It's like
I understand. I'm gonna help you.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Kim. So we're building what is going to be the leading way to buy robots for consumers and small business. Okay. There's lots of places. If you have $1 million budget, you can hire a robot team and get a very sophisticated robot, just like you could do with mainframe computers way back when, right? But what Toborlife wants to do is we want to be the mass market approach for robots. We want to enable companies that are smaller, that maybe have a $10,000 or $25,000 budget, to be able to benefit from AI and robotics, just like major companies can. So we're building this. We have a B2C component, which is well built out. You can find our media, our website that's marketing robot dogs right now for home and small business. We're building out a B2B solution that is starting to sell humanoid robots that are higher end, where we are talking. We've been selling to Fortune 500 already. There's a lot of interest for development of those robots. We'll get into that a little bit more. And then we're developing robot software, autonomous control systems, so that we can customize the robots for various applications for our customers' needs. And again, the idea of this is to make it approachable and available to small, medium-sized businesses that don't have six-figure budgets to deploy for robotics. Okay, I better put that down.
You're sounding great, David.
Okay, good. And lastly is robotmedia.ai, which will be launching later in 2025. But we have properties up already, and this is robots as entertainment. When we go out with these robots, we create quite a stir. Cars stop. I mean, crowds gather. We normally get like asked to move on because we're creating quite a stir. So the idea is to create content around that, right? So it's monetized content. So the company will be able to generate leads and business at a profit rather than at an expense. Normally advertising is an expense, but we think like we can actually build a media company around it and educate people about the benefits of robots while we're making money doing it. So that's what we're building there. Let's see what else we have in this presentation. So our advantages are B2C and B2B focused marketing solutions. That's a core competency of our company. Welcome, just in time for the good parts. Hey. And we're going to be applying cutting edge autonomous robot controls better than anybody else. Isn't that right, Daniel? Daniel, isn't it right? We're going to be doing this. We're going to be applying cutting edge better than anybody else can, right?
That's right.
Okay, he said yes. And partnership with we are the master distributor for Unitree in North America. We get referrals from them. We have availability of product, a lot of support. We're in touch with them just about daily. Matter of fact, we're doing a show this weekend, Silicon Valley Fashion Week, inviting everybody to come. There'll be, if you're into fashion, there'll be lots of fashion there. That's why it's called Silicon Valley Fashion Week. And our robots will be there on the runways. Some of the models will be dressed up as robots, following our robots along. And Unitree will be there with us. Actually, they're sending a person to work with the show. So we work very closely with them in that regard. Okay, next. Now let's go past this one. This is some of our IP. So again, we're going to have, Daniel, the best robot autonomous control software system anywhere developed. We've been working on this for 20 years already. Okay, right? 20 years. And we have tremendous sales and marketing channel. This is my team already. We come from a digital marketing company. So we've been working together doing digital marketing for about a dozen years, the team that's charged with Toborlife's media. And we've had this is probably 1 million impressions now since this was done, but we have hundreds of thousands of interactions and tens of thousands of likes on the cross. And that's only in a few months, so it's gaining a lot. And then we have domains and trademarks for Tobolife and Home Dog and Robot Media and all kinds of exciting marketing IP, which engineers don't care about, but I'm telling you anyway. Okay, all right. All right, software development. We're going to focus on 2 areas initially for products. We're going to come out with a patrol security guard. You see these guys with walkie-talkies walking around, and if they see something, they call on the walkie-talkie. The dog can do that too, and so can the humanoid. So they can walk around, they can be trained to recognize things, and then they can take a picture and notify you when they see something. And then also for home security and companionship, same kind of thing at home. You can have it trained to do things patrol. So we're going to be creating that product. Right now, the products in Unitree are not autonomous. So that's to say that they're fantastic and they have AI built into them, but they can't do independent missions. We want to make them be able to do independent missions. So that's the difference in what we're bringing. Okay, next. It's a big market, so we think we can, build a big company eventually around it. We have a lot of ideas. We'll be pursuing them. We'll go after the ones that stick, and the ones that don't stick, we'll move on from. But it's, we have a lot of security guards we can put out of business, we think. So, yay. All right, this is analysis. Robots are cheaper than humans, and they work longer. Duh. Okay, what else? This is a demonstration of some of our patrol idea. I don't know if that plays or not. Does it play? Yeah, okay. So it can go around and it can observe and record license plates. It can look for somebody hiding, count cars, things like this. So we have a lot of interest in that from parking lots, from dealer lots. Okay. This is our breakdown of our business. Again, we're able to make about 50% gross margins on what we sell. And we expect to sell a lot. This is our projected growth rate over the next 5 years. So I can come here once a year to your non-annual meeting and give you an update, I guess. Right. Okay, you know, if you make a lot of money, you can afford one of these. What else? This is the product we'll be launching. We're going to be doing a Kickstarter, probably starting in March with this product. It's going to be a breakthrough product. Unitree is creating a special version of the Home Dog just for us to run our software. It's going to need extra capabilities, and it'll be called Home Dog. We'll have Home Dog and Home Dog Pro for business customers that want a little extra capabilities and have a more budget. But it'll be able to be part of your life, have personality. You'll be able to train it to do things, just amazing things. Okay. Home Dog, keep going. And, you know, we're going to sell a lot. Let's see. This is some of the markets we're going to be tackling and the proprietary technology capabilities that we're developing. And we're going to have a monthly subscription fee. So the cost of the robot being autonomous, you know, it has to like look around things, record videos, send them up to a server, be processed and things like that. We'll be doing all of that in the US. So we've had some customers express security concerns. We'll be having that all in US and keeping that data in US servers. And we'll be able to provide it for roughly a 2% monthly service fee of the robot. Let's see what else. Okay, we can keep going. And again, we're out to create a media, a brand, in addition to having proprietary technology. So these are just some of the things. You'll be able to see us in March there. It's already been filmed. So Let's Make a Deal. You remember Let's Make a Deal, Monty Hall? He's not there anymore, but it still goes on. It's very different. He wouldn't recognize it, but it's called Let's Make a Deal. But the dog is the prize on there. And somebody had the opportunity to get $8,000 or the dog, and they chose the dog. So just so you know. And all right, go back. Okay, and then this is Fashion Week. We're going to be at this Saturday. We were at Gen I. That's where the robot hurt its ankle. So, and we're also working with Cadence, who has a STEM initiative aimed at fostering women in college getting into robotics. So we're also being a robot supplier for Cadence. Okay, next, I guess. I think that's it. So basically, our goal is to license technology, have a distribution avenue for it, and be able to bring the robots to market. So we want to enable people that are developing applications. We want to develop our own applications. And we're really focused on the Unitree platform. We think that's really the way to go. Let me go. I'm going to move into another, some notes that at this conference, I gave a talk, and I'm just going to give you the highlights of it. They were all sleeping through my talk, so I've been dying to tell this to an audience that actually isn't sleeping. Okay. So if you guys can like just, you know, kind of, you know, juice up a little bit. Yeah, that's good. But I know you're going to do much better than the previous audience. I'll try to stay near the mic, and I'm going to give you the short version because we talked.
You're sounding good, David. You're sounding
okay,
good.
Good.
Stay
Thank
in
you.
the zone here.
Yeah. Okay. So again, you know my name, David Schulhof, Toborlife, and you know it's very exciting. I talked about the horses before. We're on this incredible journey. Everybody here has been on the journey longer than me, but it's an amazing journey that we're alive right now, where this revolution is just taking place. So it's very exciting, and you know we've seen technologies adopted before. We've seen the micro computer and we've seen the internet rise and so forth. But you know, I think we all would probably agree this is going to be like anything we've ever seen before. The impact, the breadth of it. A lot of people I don't think really realize what's going to happen. As I talk to them about these robots, I mean, you can't experience it at the Gen I show where people, you know, they see a humanoid robot walking by and talking, and they ask, or not talking, but walking, waving its hands, and they ask him, well, what can it do? And that kind of upsets Camp, right? Yeah.
What can't it do?
Anyway, yeah. So
I'm gonna hit somebody.
Yeah, exactly. So as we get into this new age, right, with these new products, new technologies, whenever that's happened in the past, there's always been new sales and marketing channels that have had to rise up and develop to support the adoption of those products. I remember the very early days of the computer industry where there weren't computer stores around and people went to fairs or shows or, you know, I mean, many people here in this audience probably remember that like I do. So I think the same thing is going to happen now with robots. And there'll be a need for companies that can do that last mile, that can integrate, combine solutions, and deliver something to the customer, okay, from the technology, and apply it to find the problems that it's solving. And we have these great solutions, but we have to identify the problems and match them up to that. So I think without that existing, there's a narrowing, there's a retardation of the adoption of the technology. So Toborlife, that's why I created Toborlife, is to foster robots taking over the world faster. Okay, so that's why
what does Tobar mean?
Tobar is robot spelled backwards.
Oh.
Right? Yeah, there you go. So it's robot life, because it's robot spelled backwards. So speaking about Toborlife, customers are always seeking solutions, and that's what we do. We're very focused on solutions. I think if we match up good solutions to good problems, then the products take care of themselves and they just walk off the shelf themselves, in our case on 2 legs or 4 legs. Huh, okay. And for you, the Unitree products that we take, what we do is we take the Unitree Robots, which is the base product we operate on, and we add technology to it, and then we specialize that system for verticals, like guard dogs. One of them is security. We're doing police and fire rescue, but we can customize the technology to meet a specific problem. You guys remember I was talking about the old days of computer, and you remember when you bought a computer, you needed to put a card in it to print, or you needed another card to make sound. I mean, that wasn't that long ago, but like I see some people nodding that remember that. And then sometimes you had, when you bought a scanner and you added that, if Windows came out with a new update, you had to find new drivers and reinstall everything. Like it was a mess. And then, you also remember the blue screen of death happening once in a while. Well, we can't have this kind of thing with robots because, they're dangerous. Like, we don't want to have blue screens of death happening to our robots. So they have to be built to a higher standard. So we want to make sure Bill Gates is not involved in this at all. Okay? That's a much better reaction than I got last time. But anyway, so just in show of hands, who has seen 2 of 3 of these movies, I, Robot, Terminator, or WALL-E? Okay, all right, that's 100% better reaction than I got last week, where nobody had seen them. So if you've seen those movies but are still working to have robots, take over the world anyway, what do we think, huh? It's kind of not such a good thing. The movies made us think about the future differently, but again, here we are. We're still working towards the robot takeover. And one of the things I was advised to do in terms of Toborlife was to focus on simple tasks for the robot. So like do things very simple, like have it just some value that it can do, like bring coffee in an office environment would be a great thing. But not to me, I hate coffee. But for most people, that would be a good thing if the robot could just bring coffee to your meeting.
A very good thing.
Yeah. So in the early days, PCs were initially adopted because of spreadsheets and word processing and desktop publishing, and that got people to buy computers. And then we needed more powerful computers because we were doing CAD and servers. Well, I think we're in a similar position with robots right now and them getting up to speed and getting stronger. And one of the things that we're trying to get to that's talked about a lot is AGI. Everybody, probably familiar with AGI, right? Artificial general intelligence. When the robot can function in the real world like we do, is kind of my understanding of what that is. So if you think about AI, it doesn't have a body right now, right? It's just kind of in this world that, in the cloud, whatever, hovering over us. I look up at the cloud. I think of some politicians that did that, the cloud over us. Anyway, so go on, Cam, help me out here with the laugh.
Easy now.
All right. Anyway, so all right. So for the robots, they bring a physical body to AI. So without our bodies, like in a dream when we're dreaming, right? We have things we can't do. We struggle a lot in our dreams. We struggle to talk. We struggle to run. But when we have our bodies, we don't have this problem. And maybe it's the same for AI. So maybe artificial intelligence is like a dream, in a dream state. It can't really figure out things too much. When we give it a body, now it can interact in the real world. And because of that, the thought is that it's going to get closer to AGI, having a physical body to interact and be able to have that feedback. So perhaps we can't get to AGI until we have robots, completely autonomous, moving around to have that input and be able to make that change. Huh? What do we think?
It's plausible.
Yeah.
Embodied intelligence.
So that's one of the thoughts in terms of how important robots are, that they will bring us to AGI. And lastly, I want to go to something that Mark Twain once said. Mark Twain once said that if you take care of a starving dog and you make him well fed and prosperous and healthy, he will not bite you. And he said that is the difference between dogs and men. Okay, so my thought on that is that dogs are a creation of nature, and robots are a creation of men. So what do we think the robots will do in the end of the day? So those are my thoughts. Lastly, when AGI gets here, our world will change. We don't know when that is. Some people think it's this year. Some people think it's much further than that, But once it gets here, the robots will start to make other robots. And again, I'm sure you guys are, probably had this exposed to this idea well before me. But I like the idea of it is that when the robots start building other robots, and then eventually they build, millions of robots, and those robots go out into the desert and they build a robot city and eventually a world. And the idea is that we don't think in terms of when we build a highway through the woods, we don't ask the animals for permission to build a road through the woods. How will the robots look towards us and think of us in terms of doing things? So happy to be able to share my thoughts with you. Thanks for listening to me and letting me ramble.
Thank you very much.
And I'll do some tricks now on the dog, the star of the show. I didn't want it to show me up, so I kind of let it. So we'll get it to stand up. So this is the go-to by Unitree, okay? And it has a lot of different ways of controlling it. It has an app that you can download on your phone to control it. And in the app, there's a camera that's connected to the robot camera. A feed that comes to your phone, so you can see what the robot sees. And then there's LiDAR where it's building a 3D map of its world. So it can use the LiDAR and camera to navigate, and you can drive it around. There's, like I said, there's different ways to control it, but I can bring it around the room.
And LiDAR is pretty sweet too. It's a 4D LiDAR, length, width, depth, and velocity. It's 360 degrees and it sees out 12 meters. $450, right?
So it has obstacle avoidance, so it can write its own program to go around things. And then it has base commands that you can trigger and sequence.
Hey, so, Kwong, is there a remote camera so we can see the dog online?
You can aim it at it, maybe. So, and it can do tricks like it can. It has very good balance. So one of the things this dog's ability to do is very good balance. Like it can do tricks that are almost unimaginable for something like this. So I'll do a little bit of that. So this is on its special terrain mode. So it has a mode called AI mode, oddly enough. And in this mode, it's very stable. So we're going up and down stairs or rough terrain, and then it likes doing this to show off. So you can actually just go down stairs or go upstairs on two legs. It's so stable. And there's different models that we sell. This is there's a model that comes with an additional computer and it's open, so you can write your own programs and load whatever you want on it. This one is closed, and it allows you to write programs that only within its software that it comes with. And then I'll switch it back to a mode where it can be clicks. Tobolife, on this website, Toborlife.ai, we offer these, and I would give a special discount to anybody that
Can't hear you.
messages me. We offer this robot. I'm gonna do a commercial now. We offer this robot on Toborlife.ai, and we would offer a special discount to anybody from the homebrew. So if you follow up with me, I can tell you what that is, but it would be lower than we're allowed to sell it for online. So you'd have to follow up with me to find out. Okay, a little mysterious. But, okay, so, and then, it can do things like shake hands, say hello to you. Oh, that's if people like that one. And then, you know, I can say it loves you.
Such a show off.
Can it face this way, camera? Yeah, I'm going.
Okay, so yeah, we'll do it this way. So we're gonna show heart. Okay, I love you. Robot.net, Toborlife.ai, where you want to get this. And it can run very fast. It can follow you automatically. So there comes with a remote control like a beacon. So it can follow you. So if you go for a run, it can run with you. And you can send it, it can dance. It likes to dance. This is all Unitree, and our software is autonomous layer that's going to go on top of this platform. We expect to have it out sometime next year. Yeah.
Oops.
Sorry about that. So it's his idea. Let me So what you're seeing here.
Test.
Correct. It takes over-the-air updates. So it can get new tricks and new software monthly through upgrades through the app.
Is it connected to Unitree in China right now?
Is it connected to Unitree in China? It is actually. Yeah. It is. So they have all your data now. So also it can do things like let's see. Let me switch apps here. So function. Ben dog. Okay. So if you want to say something like, can you tell me a joke? Okay, lower the volume before, so I need to restore that. I was talking during the meeting. So let me bring that back up.
Is he going back to the servers in China to get the job?
In ChatGPT actually. Okay, so yeah, I put that on at the same time for you. Okay. And now, can you tell us a joke?
Sure. Why did the Scarecrow win an award? Because he was outstanding in his field.
Boo.
Okay, all right. Well, we don't like, you know, so can you move forward?
Of course. I'll move forward 1 meter for you.
That's nice.
Can you wave hello?
Is that ChatGPT?
Hello to you.
Yeah, it's ChatGPT. So, what do you see?
Hello. Master. Nice to see you.
Okay, it's like, it thought I said, what do you say? It's my accent. What do you see?
I can find out for you. Let me take.
Not always very nice.
The image shows a group of people seated in a conference room. They are sitting around tables. Some looking towards a camera, and others appear to be engaged in conversation. There is a large screen at the front of the room. The atmosphere seems to be that of a meeting or presentation.
Okay, well, good ChatGPT.
Is it looking out its bucket?
No, it's pointing that way, so that's the front.
There's also ROS packages for these robots.
So, yeah, so it has like all these base commands.
Yeah. There's also ROS packages for these robots.
This is a second generation, so I think this was out like earlier this year. It doesn't have enough room there. Maybe can we slide the table a little bit? Yeah, thank you.
David,
Yes.
you might mention there's ROS packages for these robots.
Oh, there's ROS packages for these robots. So that means if you get one that's unlocked, you can download ROS packages and you can put them on it. So this has a running mode. It actually can go about 7.5 miles per hour in its running mode.
How is your application communicating with the robot? Is it using Wi-Fi or Bluetooth or something else?
Yeah, so I'm using Wi-Fi right now, which allows me to use ChatGPT. It has a 4G slot in it, so you can put a 4G card in it and use the internet anywhere that way. It also can be point to point, so it can be a hotspot for my phone. I can connect to it through a hotspot within the range that will allow. Also, it works through Bluetooth, and so it'll work with the phone for Bluetooth. We also have a dedicated remote control Bluetooth that will boost your phone's Bluetooth. So with the remote control, you get like a huge amount of range. The physical remote control for the unit, I've never exceeded the range. So I can send the unit like further than a football field away and still control it. I don't know how that can work. You guys can probably explain that to me. I don't know how it's working Bluetooth that far, but I've done it. So I can basically boost this that far as well. But I haven't figured out the end of range because I always get scared. It's so far away that I don't want to go further. But
David?
I don't know how it does that. Yeah.
There's a question online.
Okay.
From Chris Mayer. You mentioned you have a special version of the software to do development. As is it just a high-end RC toy that does pre-programmed sequences, or do users have direct access to the hardware?
Well, I don't like the premise of the RC toy thing, but there's two models that are most popular that we deal with. One is, as you characterized it, limited in what you can do. You can only create programs within its environment by structuring commands, and you can graphically say, do this and then do that, do that. There is an open one we sell that's unlocked for development that you can actually add other processors to it on top of it to develop more and have more capabilities, and you can add other devices and power them. It has UHB ports and communication ports, and you can plug a monitor and keyboard into it and actually run your software on it. So if you wanted to program and load your own software onto it, you would want to get what's called the EDU model. It's for development and research. If you just wanted one to play with and experience, then you could get the normal one. So, and it'll say things once in a while like that. It has voice commands too, so I can say, hey, Bam Bam, let's dance.
Okay, just a follow-up question. Is there like a hardware abstraction layer or like a black box API that we have to talk to, or can we get direct access to the hardware?
That's a good question. It's mostly through APIs.
How hard would it be? How much tutorial do you provide? How well videos documented?
Yeah.
What's the question?
Yeah. Go ahead, Kim. The question is, how hard is it to program? Are there examples, and is there a library already out there?
It's hard
To use. Can I get machine level control of the unit? Right.
Yeah, but I write 12 lines of code to do this dance routine, and I write 50,000 lines of code.
Yeah, I don't know.
C++, yeah, you can program it in C++, there are some examples I will, the thing to do is go and just type in Unitree GitHub. And if you want to get
Is there a question there or a discussion or what?
I'm trying to, I guess it's a discussion, but I'm going to try to.
I can't hear you.
You can't not hear me?
We can't hear that.
Can you hear me?
You need to echo whatever they're saying.
Yeah, please. Okay, here's somebody that knows what they're talking about finally, so that's good.
Okay, hi. So I have typed in just on the browser GitHub and Unitree, and the repositories come up with the libraries and the source code, which are mostly C++ header files. There's Python interface. There are some C++ examples of how to do simple things. Again, if you want to do something more complicated, you're going to have to read through the API stuff and figure out what you can and cannot do. I'm just started doing it. I've only, I'm new with this particular quadruped. And so its software is new to me. So I've just been going through and trying to figure out what I can and cannot do with it.
Dan Albert, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey, but they do make a different conversion specifically for you to code.
Got your number.
There's a lot of support in Unitree for this, and we're able to talk to their engineers.
Get on the screen, David. I can't hear you. There we
Oh,
go.
I was saying that if you wanted to develop for it, we offer an EDU version, which is an open version that you can develop, and we have access to Unitree's engineers and coders, so we can facilitate any kind of information you need that's not proprietary that they're willing to release. It's more expensive than this one. Yeah, that it sells for about 13,000 versus this one is 4,000.
So
it comes with more. It comes with more for that. It has some additional bells and whistles for that. It doesn't have a better LiDAR, but it has some other cameras and things, and it's easy to add that onto it. It has support for adding on additional ones, like a 360-degree LiDAR and a speaker and microphone, things like that. So amazing product. Looking forward to all the creative ways it's going to be used as we put it out there. Same way computers or like phones, like you never thought of half the things that are 90% of things that we use our phones for now. Same with desktops, and it'll be the same with this. Just got to get out there. Yeah, actually, Unitree won't sell for military applications. They specifically have a policy against military applications for their products. So, I mean, they really call that out heavily. Yeah,
So
they're big on that.
Can I just, so I was just going to say that if you want to get a taste of what the software is like, there is a repository online that you can go and visit, and it has all of their versions of the different robots, including the bipedal robot as well. And you can go in and just scan through that software and get a feel for what you would be up against if you wanted to get a unit and start doing some programming.
Right.
The simulator stuff is all in the repository. So you can run Omniverse and Isaac Jim. That stuff is in there, as well as other simulators are in there. So some of that work's been done for you. If you want to get involved because you know how to do this and you just want to contact us and say, hey, I just want to read through this and give you some and come over and play with it. If you don't want to buy one and just want to come play with one for an hour or two, yeah, sure, we're open to that. Yeah, come on and buy it. Feel us out. Right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
And we're giving one away. So my assistant over here has cards, and if you scan those cards, it'll take you to our website, or you can just go to our website, toborlife.ai, and look for the giveaway banner and click on that.
Online question from George Taylor. How long does the charge last on the battery?
4 hours. It lasts 4 hours. If it's running around a lot, you might get 3. Generally, it's about between 3 and 4. But we're giving one away, Toborlife.ai. And we have cards here you can scan. You can go to our site, Toborlife.ai. There's a big banner there. It says home.giveaway. You click on that. You just give us a few questions, information, and you may win one. We're going to have a drawing in March. So It doesn't have water resistance. Now, there is one that we sell. It's called a B2. It's much bigger than this. It weighs 150 pounds. It can carry over about 100 pounds on it, and it's waterproof. It can wade a river. It could go through a river, no problem. But this isn't designed for water. It needs protected areas. It's just a little guy, you know. Yes, in the back. Hi. Yeah, not today. He broke his ankle. He's kind of out of commission. Yeah. Yeah. I can bring back one some point. Yeah. Yeah. And actually we're gonna have a humanoid at the Silicon Valley Fashion Week show. So we'll be there. And if you look on our website or you sign up for our emails, we'll let you know where we are. We have events. We're gonna be all over the Bay Area with the humanoid. We're gonna be up at Pier 39 for their holiday parties and events up there. You know, Santa Claus is going to be playing with the dogs and the humanoid. And we have lots of other events, you know, scheduled that we're going to be doing. So if you go to our site, you can see where we'll be and we can send you emails about it. Great question.
Thank you very much, David.
Okay, thank you. My pleasure.
All right, this concludes our meeting. I guess the next time we'll meet, the general meeting is going to be January 29th. So we'll see you next year. We'll also do the sometimes annual holiday junk exchange at the Maker Nexus there. Good to see everybody. I want to thank everybody who helped set up. I want to thank David for coming showing, and keep building them homebrew robots. See you later. Bye-bye.